Hello, this is Goku for the Sim 1, and I'm here this time to do a Captain America Civil War podcast. I have some guests here. Would the guests like to announce themselves?
I thought we were talking about Batman v Superman because I saw the movie.
We're talking about
Oh,
X-Men Apocalypse.
That's what I thought we were talking about.
well, I thought we were actually gonna. Okay,
Because I saw Batman v Superman. I thought it was amazing. 10 out of 10. The haters were wrong.
okay. I can stop the podcast right now if that's what you guys thought it was. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just wasting my time. Okay. Podcast.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
joking. I'm
No,
joking.
let's all be serious. Even though I did see
Okay.
Batman v Superman already, 10 out of 10. Civil War, yeah.
So, would the guests like to introduce themselves? Or would you like me to introduce you?
Yeah, John. Hi, my name is John. How you doing?
My name is Eli.
And this is Comic Fin 1992.
Okay, and this has just become an anonymous meeting. So, John, what brings you to this meeting here?
Civil War. That trailer was amazing. It really was. I mean, anybody at this point who's saying that Marvel doesn't know what they're doing with their characters, then you're lying to yourself. Really. I think it looks absolutely fucking mind blowing. That's better than I expected. And I thought it was going to be great anyway, and that's not even the full movie. And I'm not even getting into details yet. But and I think Eli said this. He was like, Spider-Man being in this movie is really good icing on a cake or something. I completely fucking agree, because if Spider-Man wasn't in this movie, it would still be an amazing movie.
There's still so much going on.
Yeah, Cap and Iron Man, their feud going on, and friggin', with Bucky's friggin', on the run and everything. It's just crazy. It just looks so damn good. At this point, anything Marvel touches is probably good. But yeah, we'll get into specifics first.
So Marvel is Midas now?
Marvel can do no wrong. I mean, this is just my general thoughts. We'll get into details in a minute, but I was just blown away by that trailer. I was seriously floored. I did not expect that. I knew Spider-Man would be in it, but I didn't expect them to show him, like that, though. With the webbing and everything, what's about to happen. Roof! But that's not even the fucking best part about the... Sorry for cursing. That's not even,
You can curse all you want on my channel.
But, that's like Eli said, a really, really good icing on a really, really, really good cake, I mean, that's my general thoughts.
This was a fucking good trailer. See? You can swear.
That's my general thoughts on it. Anybody else?
Okay, comic book fan?
I don't know, maybe he lost,
Eli?
Go ahead.
You're muted.
Alright,
Go.
so you don't hear any background noise while someone else is talking. So, basically, Captain America, I was saying, is probably going to pull the hat trick, and by that I mean, this is going to be one of those rare times where I think each movie in the series is going to outdo the last, and that's really rare for comic book movies. Usually you get this really high point for 2, and then 3 is usually this jarring drop-off. I do think this is going to be better than Winter Soldier by a good amount.
Oh, yeah, I was saying that too. I was like, this is going to break that trend of the third film being, not as good as the second one.
Yeah.
I think the trailer already is better than Winter Soldier. I mean, it could be not as good, but that's highly unlikely.
But here's why I think that, because, as I said, and as you said, going back to the cake analogy, I mean, this has everything that made Winter Soldier great. It has the Cap stuff, it has the Bucky stuff. You're continuing that. You're getting your conclusion on
it.
them.
It has the Russos.
Then you're getting Iron Man stuff in there. You're getting some Ant-Man, who's brand new and everyone likes. You're getting the introduction to Black Panther as well, who I'm really excited about. I mean, you're getting so much here. You're getting Crossbones, you're getting Zemo, and then on the very top you're getting Spider-Man. So there's just so much here on top of what was already good. And everything that is on top of what's already good looks just as good, if not better. So I do think that there is enough evidence to say this will be fundamentally better than the second. Obviously, I could be wrong, but I do wholeheartedly think that, and I am sticking to that. And there's so much going on with this movie, and I'm very excited for it, all across the board.
Like, you should have did a reaction video. Like, you know, like, that would have been awesome. That would have been a genuine, real as fuck reaction. Like, that would have been awesome.
I was in my car, and I was in a parking lot whenever I saw the trailer, so there was no way I could have done that.
Well, you could have. It would have just been on your phone.
Also, like, I knew Spider-Man was there before I saw the trailer, because the second it dropped, everyone just started inboxing me asking what, yeah. So...
I didn't even know it hit. I didn't even know the trailer was online. When you sent that picture to me or whatever on the Skype chat, I mean... or whatever the hell it was, on Facebook. Like, I didn't freaking even know what the hell that was. I just thought that was another picture. Like, I didn't think the trailer was going to be out for at least until, like, now or something, you know? Like, not at freaking, like 2 o'clock. When the hell did that drop around?
It was like 12 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was weird. It came out of nowhere. Like, usually they let us know or something, like, what time it comes out. Like, they just... right there. But it was just crazy, like really, really awesome.
I'm sure you guys agree with me. Maybe not. While the Amazing Spider-Man movies were fantastic, they really were great movies. Just from that one glimpse alone, you kind of feel like Spider-Man's where he should be.
He's home.
Thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feels
he's at home. Feels like he's at home.
And I was saying this on Facebook yesterday, and I've been saying this for a while. I'm glad to see him, but I really hope he has a stake in this, because I don't want him being there for the sake of just the novelty of him being there. Like, if you're going to put him there, I want him to have a rooted reason to be there. I mean, I know it's implied that Tony recruited him or something, but...
Yeah, that's what I got from the trailer, because I thought he was going to be on Cap's side, but it really does look like he's on...
No, I knew he'd be on Tony's side, because in the comic he was on Tony's side.
But he's eventually gonna be on. He's gonna be on Cap's side by the end of the movie. Spoilers.
What if he's like on both sides, like the comic?
Well, okay. Does this mean that?
What if there's more than one person on both sides, like that can't decide?
Yeah, comic book fan. What's your thoughts on this? You were going before.
I'm gonna say this. Does this mean that he has a major role? Because I hope that.
I think it's gonna be as big as Vision. And Avengers 2.
Yeah, like I really, really hope so, because when I first of all, when I woke up, I saw the picture. I saw him wearing the shield, and I'm like, okay, I need to see the trailer now, just to verify it if it's true or not, because you know today's
Photoshop is amazing.
Photoshop, it's like perfection. Hell, just go look at the Spider-Gwen picture. Fucking perfect. But personally, for me, I wanted to see it, and when I saw it, I was crying. I was tears, like in a state of shock that they actually showed him, and it was just perfection. Just amazing. I can't even stop watching that scene, because it's like it felt like pure combo Kevin.
Yeah, it did.
But yeah.
You know what I think? You know what really crossed my mind when I was talking to Mark before? What if that's the introduction of his costume? And like during the movie, when Iron Man finds him, he's in his prototype costume, and that's where he gets his new costume at that point. Like that just crossed my mind. Like, what if they made him that costume? And fuck! Like, before I forget, I love how his eyes are expressive. Like, because in the comics, that's
I was going to say that.
Like, in the comics, that's what they do, you know? But they don't have a reason for it. It's just like that. But in this, there's a fucking reason for it. And it's like, it's perfect. In Deadpool, they didn't even have a reason for it. But in this, it's like, it's tech. It's fucking perfect. That's sick.
You heard the little bzzz as it was. Yeah, that was cool.
But every time he moves his eyes, I guess you're going to hear that, though? Like a little?
But that's cool, because it gives, you know, like a technological reason as to how that happens.
I know that's a
think
really
that,
cool spin on that. Like that, even though we just saw a Spider-Man movie like not even 2 years ago, they really made Spider-Man feel fresh. Like this isn't, oh, we've seen Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
and
Like they made it feel new and cool.
it's funny because with how much people missed him in that 2 year time, you'd think he's been shelved for 10 years.
Yeah, it feels like it didn't even matter how long ago his movie was. Like if he made a movie yesterday and then they made this trailer, probably no one even would give a shit. Like, because it was like that good of a trailer. They could have 15 Spider-Man running around in different universes, and that movie will still make $2 billion. Not even because of Spider-Man. So it's like that's just a really cool little plus to the movie. This movie is gonna make as much as an Avengers film. Like I'm predicting that right now. Like I think this might be bigger than Avengers 1 and
This pretty much is an Avengers film.
I think it will focus around Cap though. It's his movie.
Well, one thing I'll relate to this, and this is more general discussion. I will give my thoughts in general discussion, but this kind of relates to general discussion. Is people have been complaining about Batman v Superman having Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. There's too many characters, too many characters. Well, Civil War had Falcon, Cap, and Black Widow. And people are like, oh, those characters aren't equivalent to the other ones. I'm like, well, it still has 3 full-fledged Avengers members in the movie. They just knew how to balance them. And yeah, only one of the characters there will be developed, but Wonder Woman is not going to be a major character. So I just think it's one of these things. Now in this movie, it's a little different. This is a movie. This is more equatable to Batman v Superman, where this is Iron Man and Captain America's movie, and everybody else just happens to be there. They're not going to have major focuses. They're not going to have their own. They're not going to have their own necessarily character development. There's only going to be probably 4 characters that are going to have character arcs, and that is obviously going to be Captain America, Iron Man, Bucky, and I believe the main villain. Those are going to be the only characters that get character arcs. So if you're worried there are too many characters, understand, most of these characters are just going to be there. You're going to see them, they're going to do things, and they're going to have their own scenes, but they're simply there, but they're not going to have their own, like not every character on each of these sides are going to have an arc. Not each of these characters are going to start in one place and end in another place. That's only going to be with our main, with the 4 I named, most likely. I haven't seen the movie, but I'm just saying, knowing how movies are made, I can reasonably say that's probably the case. So don't worry, there's not too many characters in this movie.
So, do you mind if, since this is generally about Civil War, do you mind if I just kind of curb this away from Spider-Man for a second?
Yeah, sure.
That's fine. We're in general discussion. Just bring up the topic.
How do you guys feel about, now that we saw that little clip of Black Panther without the mask and that little thing, how do you feel about him just kind of based on what we've seen? Do you think he looks good?
He looks great.
Looks fucking badass. Like he's gonna steal the show too in this. Like everybody's gonna have their time to shine. Like I have nothing to worry about. People who are saying there's too many characters, I know Marvel knows what the fuck they're doing, and I know I already saw Batman v Superman, so I already know those characters work. So the movie was awesome. So
No, absolutely.
It's just, and I was saying this before because, you know, a lot of people, you know, on YouTube are going crazy. Batman v Superman, Civil War, etc., etc. It's just a great time to be a geek, you know, and be in this kind of lore because we're getting Batman v Superman, we're getting Daredevil right around the corner, we're getting Civil War right around the corner. I mean, we're just getting spoiled all across the board. I don't understand why there's so much kind of choosing a side. Just take everything. You're getting everything. I don't really understand it.
Well, people are always going to choose a side. People are always going to compare things. And this is not necessarily things you should be comparing because these are going to be their own separate things. And
I don't want to hear the argument that Batman v Superman is happening because of Civil War. They announced Batman v Superman after Man of Steel in 2013 before Winter Soldier was even fucking filmed yet. So it's like they knew what they were doing before they even planned
No,
this.
absolutely. I believe.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that garbage.
I believe Batman v Superman was actually announced first, and
Yeah, like late 2013.
And
And I
considering
believe,
they've been trying to do this, and considering they've been trying to do some form of this movie since the mid 2000s,
Yeah. But they're both gonna be awesome. Even though I already saw Batman v Superman.
I remember.
It's awesome, but Civil War, they're gonna be neck and neck. I can't really even say.
I still remember telling John about this movie for the first time when it was announced.
Mhm.
And John was like, no, the movie's not called Civil War, Mark. You're wrong. Whoever told you that, they're wrong. It's called Serpent Society. And I'm like,
Oh
no,
yeah.
that's a joke. That's a joke. It is called. And then and then you look up another source and you're like, oh, it is. Because the point of it is that every time they announce a new Captain America movie.
Because people were posting I didn't see it in real time. I just saw this, and then like I thought it might have been fan made too, because the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 thing looked like someone drew it on, so I didn't even know if it was real.
Yeah. But the thing about this was while the event was going on, they did call it Serpent Society and they announced it later that it was Civil War. So it was kind of like, and as far as I'm aware, they actually do that all the time. Like I believe when they announced Cap 2, they also called that Serpent Society. It's just an ongoing joke. Now maybe Cap 4 will actually be Serpent Society.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, would that be a good movie though? Like,
well, the Serpent Society is like a bunch. The Serpent Society is a bunch of snake, a bunch of Marvel characters that have snake motifs. It would basically be like the easiest way to say it is it would kind of be it's more lower tier characters, and I don't think you can do that movie after doing this movie. Like, if Cap 2 was Serpent Society, that would have been fine. They've ramped it up to a point where you don't necessarily have to have the next movie be bigger, but Cap 4 cannot just be...
Can they just fucking hire Kevin Feige to do every single superhero movie there is? Like, everything. Like, just do it all, because whatever he is doing... Whatever fucking, like, spell he's on or something, where everything he touches turns to gold, please let him over, another company's, because...
Okay, we do have a comment from Dragon G. This has nothing to do with the movie we're talking about, but I will still throw this out. I'm guessing nobody wants to talk about the movie that he's relating to, so if you guys want to just pass, that's fine. I hope the rumor about Dick Grayson being dead isn't true. Any thoughts on that? Quick thoughts?
He's not dead. I saw the movie. He's not dead.
Okay.
He's Agent Grayson.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
We don't know what Robin is dead though.
No, but in all seriousness, I do hope that he is Agent Grayson in Suicide Squad. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Like, if they kill off him, that would be a mistake, because he's a major character. He does things, and I'd love to actually have a story where when Ben Affleck is done being Batman, as much as I don't like Dick Grayson being Batman, they can still do that. They could still do the Passing of the Torch movie. It's better than just recasting if you don't need to.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I completely agree.
No, I don't think he's dead. I think that's just we think he's dead, but
And thank you for the question. If anybody else has questions, please leave them. You can ask as many as you want. We will answer it. But let's get back to the movie at hand.
All right, let's get into theories. What we think the movie is what's gonna happen. Let's start with Eli, if he's still there. I think he's muted.
You're muted.
I think, as I said, I think that it's going to be the whole thing of either Zemo or Crossbones, or maybe they're working in collusion. I don't know. They're going to blow up the UN building. They're going to frame Bucky. Everyone's going to think it's Bucky. But beyond that, I think I think they're going to be manipulating Bucky, like not necessarily in the sense of making him believe false truths, but in the sense of literally brainwashing him. I mean, he was brainwashed, and I think Zemo or someone, whoever's the grand mastermind of this, is going to find a way to really amp up that brainwashing, and they're going to try to have him continue framing him by having him try to assassinate Tony Stark, because that scene where you see Bucky try to shoot Tony. Bucky's a skilled assassin. He wouldn't just shoot someone point blank like that. He's one of the best assassins in the Marvel universe. He wouldn't just do that. And I think that's him being brainwashed by someone to assassinate Tony. But not just to try to assassinate Tony, but to also draw attention away from whoever's doing this and draw more attention to Bucky for whatever reason. And I think the whole.
I also think he's lying. I also think he's lying to Cap to have him help him, that he remembers stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or unless that shit is coming back to him. I don't know.
I think it's coming back to him, but I think that that's whoever's in charge is going to try to manipulate Bucky, and I think that the whole thing with him shooting Tony Stark, I do think that's a subsequent effect of it, because again, he wouldn't just do that. That's like the Punisher saying, "I'm going to go assassinate someone," and then he tries to do it in broad daylight in a crowded area.
It would be like the Punisher trying to take down the president because he's somebody evil, and he literally walks up to the podium. He wouldn't do that.
Yeah, in the middle of broad. I mean, you don't do that.
Yeah.
But again,
the Punisher can kill people in broad daylight. He wouldn't do. People wouldn't know he's there.
Yeah, especially for a big public figure like that. And Tony Stark is a public figure. I just
Yeah, but we have a question.
I mean, this movie would have never happened with Spider-Man if Amazing Spider-Man 2 didn't do as good as it did. I mean,
yeah.
So at the same time, it's kind of like it's a bad curse, because I thought the movie was awesome, but it's also like a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yeah. Now we have another question. This is not a question; it's more of a statement. But Draken G says, "I have a feeling that either Cap, Tony, or Bucky is going to die." I disagree with all three of those.
I'm calling it now, and I think it's Tony Stark. He is going to die. And that scene where he's like, "I was wrong about you," he's talking to I don't know. It would be messed up if that's who he's talking to. He's talking to Spider-Man, like, "I was wrong about you. Like, I thought you were just some dumb kid, but you actually made a difference and helped the team, and whatever." Or he's talking about Cap. "I was wrong about you," or whatever. I don't know, but I think he's dead. I think he dies. I think Iron Man does die in this movie. I could be wrong, but I really do think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think so, but it could absolutely happen. Anybody else have comments on that? Okay, let's get back to general discussion. We're talking about theories about the movie. What's going to happen?
So yeah, my theory is, I pretty much said my theory. I think Bucky is being, like what Eli said, he's being manipulated by whoever, to assassinate Iron Man, and he hits War Machine instead by accident, and now Iron Man wants to fight him even more, because he injured or maybe killed one of his best friends, so he wants to go after him even worse. And then in that fight where it's Cap and Iron Man and Bucky, they're teaming up against Iron Man, I think Bucky goes too far and kills Iron Man. Like, that's probably the last scene after the war, of them two facing off with each other, where it's Iron Man's team and Cap's team. I think that scene, what I was just saying with them two teaming up against Iron Man, is after that scene. And in that scene, I think there's going to be a really messed up moment where he just goes too far, and then, that's what happens. I think it's either going to be Cap, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Iron Man. I could be wrong, though, but...
I wonder, if they're gonna restore Bucky's memory in the same fashion as they did in the comics, because the tool they used to restore his memory in the comics is established in the cinematic universe. I wonder if that's gonna be how. I doubt it, but I wonder. Does anyone know what they used in the comics?
No, not off the top of my head.
No, I don't know. What was it?
The Cosmic Cube.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, that would be a cool little go back.
But
to...
they changed the
that would be-
Cosmic Cube. The Cosmic Cube is not the Cosmic Cube anymore. Because in the comics, the Cosmic Cube
Isn't
is
it a
actually real.
Tesseract or whatever? Isn't that the Tesseract?
Well, in it, it's one of the gems. It's not one of the gems in the comics. It's a completely
no.
What if
different artifact.
Vision or Scarlet Witch gets his memory back?
That could be the case.
Because they could fuck with your mind and everything.
Well, doesn't one of what gem does he have?
The Mind Gem.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be that.
Yeah, there you go. Hold on, I'll be right back. Keep talking.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just give a little bit of general thoughts. I haven't actually given that, and then go into my thoughts about it. I actually like the trailer. I'm probably going to be attacked by all sides by this, but I didn't actually like the Spider-Man's costume. I think it looks like low-grade cosplay. To be fair, yes, I've complained that every costume looked like a kid couldn't made it, and I said, why can't they finally make one that looks like a kid could afford it? And finally they do one that I do think a kid could afford. Not the eye thing, but the actual costume itself, and now I'm complaining. Okay, so yes, you can bitch at me for saying that, but it's just my thoughts. When I see it in the movies, I've only seen it for a second, could look a lot better, but that's my thought. I think this movie looks amazing. I'm happy with everything there. One of my theories is I do think Spider-Man's going to be on both sides. Overall, I don't have any major overarching things that I think is going to happen. I do agree that Bucky is probably being controlled by Baron Zemo. I think Baron Zemo is going to be your main antagonist of the movie. The idea of him actually...
Do you think Crossbones works for Zemo?
Has he ever worked for Zemo in the comics?
He might have. I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay. Probably.
I'm back.
Like Baron Zemo is going to be a major player, I think. You don't bring in Baron Zemo and go, yep, I'm just a pawn to this bigger guy. No, you bring in Baron Zemo. He's a big player. He's a... Now, let me ask you this. This is kind of a theory. Do you think there will be hints to Red Hulk in this?
I think he's in the movie.
I hope not.
I think he's in the movie. I heard that he's in this movie.
Okay. I think that would be rare to have Red Hulk and not Green Hulk.
I think it would kind of contradict what the part he plays in the movie. He's trying to talk about how people are afraid of the power Cap has and how...
I think
to be fair, I didn't want to...
I think he's the dude who started this whole thing, and because he's fucking jealous of all people with power, he tried creating the super serum, it didn't work, it made that abomination thing. I think he's jealous of powers, and he wants to get them...
I despise Rolk in the comics. I hope we go as long as we can without seeing him in the movies.
Well, at least you'll know they'll do a better version of it. Because the freaking abomination they did in Hulk is better than the shit they have in the comics. That green-looking freaking elf thing, what the fuck is that? That shit they did with the change was for the better.
I don't know if you can make Rolk better. Like, Rolk is a character that just the conception of Rolk, I don't think works.
I'm sure they'll find a way. Anything they touch turns into billions, so, you know. If they can make Guardians of the Galaxy a fucking masterpiece movie, I'm sure they can do it.
Drake and G asked the question we're talking about right now. Thank you for your question. Hopefully you got the answer that you were seeking for. Because he literally asked, what's the chances of us seeing Red Hulk in the movie? I don't think it's likely. John, you said you believe it's almost certain, right?
Not almost certain, but I heard that he might be, and if he is, then yeah, I think he might be. I think there's a chance he will.
And Eli says, not a chance in hell.
Yeah, he
right?
one, I don't think he'll be there, and two, I don't want him there. So
Okay.
But he really does seem like friggin' that would be cool if Betty is in it.
I'm glad they brought
Okay,
him back, though. It's good to see him again.
Yeah, I want to know what happened to Betty too. Like, what's she up to? I hope they say at least a line.
This is not
Yeah,
a.
Betty's
This
still working or something.
Yeah.
You know, Liv
This is
Tyler.
not a well, she might have a small scene. You don't show a character like that unless she's going to be a major character, so she still might be in the movie. This is not a question, but I'm still going to say it. I believe it's the Devoted or the Devote Brown. I don't know how you pronounce that name. I'm sorry. It's got like an N, like it's Devote, but with an N before the T, so I don't know how you say that. Brown. Basically, I kind of missed. I kind of missed John Laugh Out Loud. So he.
Oh, hey, I don't even. Hey, how you doing?
Yes.
Do you want to know what the fuck pisses me off? People who shit on Marvel.
Okay.
You want to know why that pisses me off? Because why can't we fucking like both? All right, that's it.
Okay, so we got another
Thank you.
question from Drake and G. Thank you for the comment. I think we are going to have two suits for Spider-Man. John, you will get to say it in a minute because I know you just mentioned that in the movie. One that made himself, and one that we see in the trailer, which is Tony helped him make. Talk, John.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a prototype suit when Tony Stark finds him, and that's the suit they make him. The suit we see in the trailer at the end of the trailer, that's the suit Iron Man probably makes him. Kind of like Cap's new suit that he got in Avengers. It even looks like the same type of material. It doesn't look like a fabric. It looks like a leatherish. You know, like it looks like it's like, you know, it doesn't look fabricy or leathery. I mean, I don't know. It looks like I don't know. It's weird. It looks like a different kind of fabric. I've never seen that before. What do you think that is?
I don't know. I'm going to say this really quickly for the people.
Like, it doesn't look like spandex.
Yeah. I'm going to say this for the people watching this live. Please comment. We will read all comments that come in. Comment as much as you want. We will respond to your comment. Obviously you can comment anything. This is a Captain America video, but it does not have to be Captain America related. Feel free to comment about anything you want.
I'm going to give a 2 cents on the costume thing real quick. Leapfrogging off what you just said. I actually would like a scene where I don't mind if Tony tweaks it a little bit, but I want a lot of what makes the suit. I don't know the specs behind the suit. You know, we don't really know yet. But any technological advance that was done by the suit, I would actually like more if it was done by him, because Peter Parker is a genius, and maybe you could have a scene where Peter does something to the suit, but Tony enhances it and maybe acknowledges that he's impressed by the intellect of this person to be able to, you know what I'm saying? So
well, how about this as a pitch? Okay, would you like this? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, I'd love to have this in the suit, but I can't figure out how to get it to work right. And Tony goes, oh, you do this. And then he's like, oh, yeah, you're right. And he does that.
Yeah,
okay?
Something along the lines of that.
Where he came up with the concept, but obviously, because to be fair, Spider-Man or Peter Parker is, what is he? He's oh crap, I forgot what field he's in.
He's a chemist.
He's a chemist. And Tony is a not a mechanic but an engineer, and so obviously making suits and making technology is not what Spider-Man is the best at. The only time when Tony is not the best engineer in the room is when Mr. Fantastic is in the room.
And too bad they don't have the rights to that yet, because if after the fucking disaster known as Fantastic Four, even though I didn't hate the movie like everybody else, they should lose the rights.
Okay. I think we will have I think we have some dissenting opinions on this one. Rankin G said, I hope we see the Iron Spider suit in Infinity War.
I fucking hope not. No offense.
Iron Spider suit.
Personally, I don't really want to see that, but I could understand the appeal. It's a popular
I
costume.
would want to see
I
it in
think
this
it's freaking
movie.
lame. Like, he already has every power known to man. Like, I mean, yeah, it makes him able to fly, but when you're jumping over 600 feet in the air, I don't think you need it. You know?
But giving Spider-Man
And when you're
armor,
pretty
I
much
don't think hurts.
invulnerable,
does it?
and when you're pretty much invulnerable to pretty much anything,
Well,
you
he's
don't
not.
need it.
You can stab him. Like Bucky, I think. Can Bucky stab a Spider-Man?
Oh yeah, he can be stabbed, he can be shot.
Yeah. So having armor does
Yeah, but it
make
doesn't
sense.
kill him, though. It doesn't kill him. He has a really fast healing factor.
I
Not-
understand, but something
not
that
as-
stops you from getting hurt would help.
And just so you know, in Ultimate Spider-Man, he died from bleeding out.
Yeah, true.
So I'm just saying, like giving him armor does kind of make sense.
He did
Uh,
friggin', you know, he webbed the wound, but it didn't. He
This
friggin'.
could be his first suit. This could be his first suit, and like this could be the introduction to him. And then like the next scene you see him in, because I think this is early on in the movie. The next scene you see him in, he might have the Iron Spider suit.
You think this is early on? This big
I
battle?
think this is about mid-movie. I think this is about like maybe.
Well, I think this is the beginning of the second act. So when I say early, I mean yes, it's the second act of the movie.
Some people
But,
think
like-
this is the final battle.
This is not the final battle. You would
But
not
I think
have.
the final scene is the final battle is Bucky and Cap versus Iron Man.
No, I do not think that is the final battle
They
at
look
all.
freaking beaten to hell and fucked up and
Okay.
everything.
You
Like
think- you
they
think
the
look
final
battle-
pristine
you
and
think the-
clean there.
You think the
But
final
I think-
battle is Cap versus Zemo?
I think what's going to
I
happen.
think those
is,
characters might not even play as much as a big role. I could be wrong. 1,000%.
I think what it's going to be is I think it's going to be a thing where they're fighting over this entire thing, and at the very end, when the main bad guy thinks they're all defeated and thinks he can easily just kill them, he comes out and goes, "Thank you for doing my job for me. You guys were so pathetic. You were fighting against each other when I've been here the entire time. Thank you. And now you're all gonna die." And then obviously, like you think, I think this is. I think they're gonna. I don't think Iron Man's gonna die. I think you're gonna see Iron Man and you're gonna think he's dead, and then he's gonna get up and they're gonna work together, and you're gonna see a scene where Iron Man and would that make sense? Okay, you know Baron Zemo a lot more than I do.
Yeah, I
Eli.
really don't know much about it. I know what he looks like, and I know a little
Can
bit.
Baron Zemo, in the comics, can Baron Zemo take on both Cap and Iron Man at the same time? Is there a version that can do that?
I mean, physically he's Cap tier, but Baron Zemo always has a plan. He's brilliant.
But isn't he? But isn't he also kind of like? Isn't he also like a great inventor? Can he invent things?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Is he immortal?
No.
So what is he? What is his powers? Like, what is he? I really don't know anything about him.
Well, there are two different versions. Which version do you think they'll use?
This is going to be Zemo the Second, I think. Zemo the First was in Cap's original era. What was that? The 1940s.
Yeah.
And
30s, 40s.
he died, and then I think what was it? His son that picked up the mantle was even related to the first Zemo. I don't remember. But then there's Zemo the Second, who's in modern day, who was on a lot of teams, and I really like Zemo.
Okay. The person that I couldn't pronounce their name, it's Devontae. I think I pronounced Devontae Brown.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Devontae?
Yeah, Devontae. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing weird words. Sorry about that. Devontae Brown. No offense. I don't claim I'm good at pronouncing names. I've never made that claim. I'm horrible at it. Also, it might help if the fight with Thanos and his army. I don't know what you're talking about.
What might help?
Oh, the Scarlet Spider suit?
Oh yeah, the
Iron Spider.
I mean Iron Spider. What the fuck am I
Yeah,
thinking?
Scarlet. I don't really think
Isn't
so.
Scarlet Spider
I
fucking
don't-
Ben Riley's thing?
He's so At
You
that
just
point,
said that yesterday. That's why I fucking that up.
Like, I
Thanos
mean,
is such a powerful opponent that it really wouldn't matter against someone like him.
even his soldiers, it probably wouldn't matter. But I don't think we're going to have minions for Thanos. I think when we get Thanos, it's going to be like 50 guys versus Thanos, and Thanos is literally just going to be killing them. It's going to be like, oh, this character that doesn't matter, you're dead. 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 Like, I literally
Expect Daredevil in the movie too. I have a really huge feeling that he's gonna be in the movie.
I think he'll be there too. A lot of people think.
But I think a lot of the lower tier characters that they can get away with killing off, he will just kill off.
Maybe Coulson will die for real this time.
I don't even.
Really quick question: has any of you guys listened to John Campia's podcast? And if so, any thoughts?
No, I've never heard of his. He does a podcast. I thought he left.
Yeah, he left and
AMC.
he started his own podcast. He's on
Didn't he
episode
leave
4.
AMC Movie Talk a while ago?
Well, he left AMC Movie Talk, and then he started Collider Movie Talk, and then about a month ago ish, he left Collider because it was just taking up too much time. So he wanted to be able to just do his own thing.
That's cool that he does a podcast now.
Yeah, there's 4 episodes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them. I don't have an opinion on it. I just wanted to know if any of you did. But yeah, I will say this. I will say this right now. Thanos, with the Infinity Gauntlet that we're gonna get, literally Thanos. Just so you understand, Thanos is Superman tier. Like Thanos is.
He's gonna get one of the stones. He might get the mind gem in this movie.
Yeah, but Thanos is, just so people know, Thanos is Superman tier. So if Superman was fighting these guys, do you think an Iron Man outfit would actually matter to him, or a?
It would probably get obliterated from like his fucking nose, like from.
And let me put it this way. By himself, without the Infinity Gauntlet, he is Superman tier. With the Infinity Gauntlet, he would literally, Superman would come up to him and say, I will stop you. And he would literally say, okay, you're gone. Next guy? Anybody else? Like, he's literally that powerful.
Yeah,
and
but
this
what
is
if
not...
he doesn't get, like, if he gets all the stones and every stone, then, or the gems or whatever the hell they are, if he gets them all, then this shit is over. Like, what can they do against that? Like, how do they fight him?
Well, what I think
I think it's going to be, he gets close to having them all, but that's how they win against him, because he doesn't get them all.
You have to have him get them all, or that's
He'll have them all, yeah.
Yeah, and what I think would be kind of cool...
beat someone like that, though? I mean, you literally just sit there the whole time and just flinch.
How I think they might do it. It depends... here's how I think they might actually do it, okay? What I think they might actually do is that the first movie,
I'm forgetting about Doctor Strange. He's powerful as fuck and could go to different dimensions, so he could probably defeat Thanos.
No. He would be nothing against Thanos with all Infinity Gems. But here's
what if he went to a different reality and then, he got, went back in time and got him before he got the fucking gems?
But literally, this guy can be in all times. Like, that wouldn't work. But here's how I think they might actually solve it. And he's not that powerful. He's powerful, but he's nowhere near that powerful. Here's how I think they'll actually do this. This is my pitch for it, okay? I'm going to actually give you my pitch. You guys can tell me, okay? I think the first movie is going to be them all getting together, and the final scene of the movie will be them taking out, them fighting Thanos, and with him having all the gems. So the last third of the movie is going to be all of these guys coming together to fight him, and they get destroyed. They all get killed. They all get wiped out, and the movie ends with every single Avenger on the ground dead, okay? They're all dead.
Like Tony's vision.
Yes, but they're all dead. They're all laying on the ground. Everybody died. The second movie opens with the Beyonder coming in and basically resurrecting them and bringing them back in time and telling them, I don't do this, but I do not want this guy to win, so now you have a chance to stop him from getting all the gems. I think that's how they're going to do it, because get your cake and eat it too. You get all the gems, but then you have a realistic villain to fight. I think that's how they're going to do it.
That would be awesome.
Because that is a nice split. That is two separate movies, but at the same time, it's one overall big plot line.
Is Captain Marvel before Infinity War or after Part 1 or after Part 2?
It's after Part 2, and I don't think it's going to be connected to any of it. I think she'll be in the
Captain Marvel's going to be part of the MCU for damn sure.
No. What I mean is, I don't think her movie is going to tie into any of these movies. I think her movie is probably just going to be her origin story. They're going to do things with her, or whatever. Her intro story. She'll be in the movies. I don't think her movie is going to heavily tie into any of these movies. I think
or she gets introduced in Part 1.
After the next, after this whole Thanos thing pays out and we get that next phase, I guess that'd be Phase 4. Are you excited? Would you want to see Ghost Rider show up in this universe?
I want to see him have a TV show, a Netflix series.
Yeah, that'd be cool. He isn't cheap though.
He isn't cheap, but you can do him. I think you could still do him.
Because a lot of his villains are CGI heavy.
You could do things. Hell would be expensive, but I think you could do things.
That's why Spawn wasn't that good, because they didn't have the money. Like, you give Spawn $150 million and let it be rated R, that would be an amazing movie. Same thing with Ghost Rider. Those Ghost Rider movies are abysmal.
Him and Blade are characters I think work better. Like, and yet again, he's a character I don't think would really translate the best on film. I think he is a better character for TV show because he's a more lower tier character, and he's not going to get a big budget anyways, no matter what. So that's just my opinion on that. But yeah, I do think yeah.
All right, let's go off subject for 1 second. I mean, this is kind of fairly new too. What is everybody's thoughts on the Ghostbusters trailer? I don't know if everybody gave their thoughts on that.
I think the only thing I liked about that trailer was the music.
No, like, I think it doesn't look funny to me. I don't like Melissa McCarthy. I'm not really crazy about the comedy or the CGI, but this could be just a bad trailer. You know, and the movie could be awesome. I won't be surprised after the movie comes out and it gets a really good rating on Rotten Tomatoes, because I couldn't stand the trailer for Goosebumps, and I watched the movie. I saw the whole movie. It was good. Like, that's a good fucking movie. If you read the books, it tributes every single freaking monster.
You like it enough that you'd see it again someday, like when it comes out?
What, Goosebumps?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would see it again. I recently got it off Netflix, the DVD. It was good. I mean, I'm not really crazy about Jack Black though, and I don't think he should have been. It would have been cool if they had Errol Stein play himself.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they didn't do that. But
How old is he now?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. Around his 50s.
Oh, so he could have done it.
Yeah, but it was just cool because like the trailer was shitty. Like, I hated how that movie looked.
Yeah.
And the movie was good.
Well, getting back to
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, getting back to the Ghostbusters, I actually liked it. I actually thought the comedy did land for me most of the time. My biggest problem with the trailer is I think there's too much comedy in it, and the international trailer I think is better. But if you don't like the normal trailer, you're not going to like the international trailer. But yet again, there are jokes that I don't think necessarily work. The end joke, and I think both of the trailers just don't land very well. But I do love the trailer. Who is the one that's supposed to be?
The international trailer with the boob thing. I thought that was funny.
Who is the main one? She's skinny, but she's the main one. What actress is that?
I know who you're talking about. She was in Bridesmaids. That was funny.
Yeah. But her. I love that. I love the joke of, you are like the greatest physicist ever, and then, oh yeah, I don't know how to open a door. Like, I love that archetype joke of, you literally are this smart person who can do anything except for something so simple. I just like that joke.
Like, I'm still gonna give it a full chance in theaters. Like, I still think it deserves the benefit of the doubt. Like, yeah, it might be a crappy trailer, but the movie still could be awesome. And I won't be surprised.
I actually like the trailer. I think I think both trailers are good for the most part. I like
And
the idea.
I love the original. You know, I'm like a diehard fan of the original. It's just the, and it's not even that. Like, I'm not even one of these people who hates remakes. Like, I'm not even one of those people. Like, I'm usually for it. If I don't like how it looks, I'm gonna be honest. You know.
No, and that's fine. That's fine. But one of the things actually that the Real Manos brought up that I actually thought was actually kind of cool is in the first two movies we had a god and we had like a really really ancient ghost that was really powerful.
God.
In this movie, the main villain is a human. Like the antagonist is a human, and I think that's kind of interesting.
Did we even see the antagonist?
No, we didn't, but we know somebody is manipulating the ghost. Somebody created a machine to manipulate ghosts. So most likely the main bad guy is, and somebody actually gave a theory, and if this is true, this would actually be kind of cool. Who is like the main character from the original one? What was his name?
Venkman? Bill Murray? Peter Venkman?
No, he's not the main character.
Yeah, he is.
No.
Peter Venkman and friggin' Sigourney Weaver are, in my opinion. The movie starts with him.
Yeah, Star Wars.
Peter Venkman is the fucking main character. He's the main character to me. Venkman and Sigourney Weaver. Like, it starts with him, and they form the team because of him. Because people all get fired.
Aykroyd's character, what's his name?
No, he's not the main character.
Dr. Raymond, yes.
Ray's not the main character. He's kind of like... No, he's not. What are you talking about? No. That's like saying... I mean...
Yes, no. That's like saying the character that's actually making the movie move
because he made the State Puff Man? Because the State Puff Man... That's not... No, he didn't make...
Bill Murray is the... Bill Murray's character, Peter Venkman, he's the comic relief character. He's the character who's there to be more jokey. But yet again, it is an ensemble cast. All three of the Ghostbusters, not counting Winston, are the main characters. But I'm saying
But Ray's not the main character.
Okay, and you can debate that. I disagree with you, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter for what I was saying. Somebody said, "What if Ray is the villain of this movie?"
That would be cool. I was thinking this: what if the movies are movies in this universe, and ghosts started to exist? So they're like, "Why don't we just take up the name Ghostbusters?" And then the actors, who played their iconic roles in that movie, are just real actors in real life. And Ray and all of them. I won't be surprised if that's what happens.
I don't think that's what's going to happen because I think the movie.
After for a longest
I think the opening thing of saying 30 years ago, that's not saying, hey, there's this thing. No, that's saying this happened 30 years ago. Like this is an event that happened in this world. And what I think they're going to play it off that ghosts actually did come, these things did happen, but the world's forgot about it because the ghosts have been gone, and now this happens again. And so the world's still going to be introduced to ghosts again, but this is going to be like, it'd be like if we had if something big happened, like if World War III happened. Yeah, we remember it, but it's like one of those things that World War II happened in the past. We don't remember it.
Like I won't be surprised if the opening scene to the movie is Melissa McCarthy and the black lady at a freaking store or something, and they pick up the movie and put it in their wagon or something.
I don't think so. I think this is.
Yes, I know you don't think so, but that's my theory. I mean, you could disagree, but I'm saying what I think's gonna happen. Like.
And as I'm saying, I think the movie itself has almost all but I don't think that. I think the movie has told us that the other movies are actual canon, that this is a sequel or in the exact same thing. That's why I'm saying I doubt that's going to happen, because you don't do it that way. Like, literally, let me put it this way, okay? If
I mean, that could work either way. 30 years ago, four scientists. It could mean 30 years ago, four scientists in a movie. Now it's real. Like, you could literally take that any way you want.
But if you do it that way, you just piss off audiences. You have people going in thinking that they're going to get references from the old continuity, and you don't do that. Like, this
but
is
they are, though. I mean, you have friggin' friggin' Ray in the movie. Well, his real life, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray. They could all make little jokes. I even heard Ernie Hudson is in the movie.
Yes.
But not as their characters. I heard that they're in the movie, but not as the characters from the original. And I think that's what they're doing. I really do. I think that they're actors who are like, this is really happening. Holy crap. Like, that would be hilarious.
Okay, I don't... we'll have to wait and see. We'll find out when they actually do the movie.
Because I think it was announced that they're in the movie, but they're not playing their original characters. So...
because I know... Bill Murray.
Let me look that up, actually. Hold on, let me look that up on Google.
John,
Google.
Did you heard about the actress John, did you heard about the actress who plays Ray is going to be in the new Tomb Raider reboot movie?
That is a rumor. That's not a fact. That she's... Or not a rumor. That is... She has auditioned for the role, but yet again, people audition for a million roles, and just because she's hot right now... if she auditions to do a toilet paper commercial, everybody is going to be like, she auditioned for a toilet paper commercial. She'll be in the next whatever.
All of their roles are undisclosed, but the friggin' when it was reported, and I don't know if you can really use that as reliable sources like all these other websites. I don't know if it was like on like a reliable website, but from what most people are saying is that they're not playing their original characters. They just have cameos. They're not playing their original iconic roles. So if they're not their roles, then that means that this is a new film, a reboot, where that has nothing to do with the past, and that could be true. That theory could be true now. I really won't be surprised. And then it reveals that Dan Aykroyd is Dan Aykroyd, or you could be right and they are playing themselves. But when it was reported.
Bill Murray said he wanted to be a ghost, and I think that would be kind of cool if he was like a ghost, that they're like, how do we stop this? And they have to go to him to get some information. That'd be kind of cool. And like, I think it would be really, really, really cool at the end. This is just an idea. I think this would be awesome. Let's say for instance that Dan Aykroyd is the villain of the movie. Let's say that it does come out that he is the main villain. You don't need to have a long scene with him, okay? You know what would be a really cool end scene is? We managed to do this, but then at the very, very end, you have a Captain America, or not a Captain America scene. You have a at the very end of the movie.
It doesn't look like he's playing his old character. Like, I'm seeing set photos of him. Like, it doesn't look like he's playing, Winston. Like, it looks like he's playing someone else, like some kind of, like, political guy or something.
But wouldn't it be really, really, really cool if at the very, very end of the movie they go into like their location, like where they go, and he's sitting there and he's like, "I've been watching you, and I'm starting a franchise, a Ghostbusters franchise, and I'd like you to be the first."
I mean, it could be true that they are playing their original characters, but
would you be excited? Would you be happy with a scene like that if like they see him and he's kind of has like oh crap, I can't remember, a Nick Fury scene at the very end where he's saying, "You guys did a good job. Would you like to be an official Ghostbusters?"
That would be cool. But from what it looks like, they're in the firehouse, So I guess like maybe there's like a new team, like a global like headquarters besides
they start their own thing, And like at the very, very end, he's like, I've been scouting for people like you. You've managed to do this. Now with me, I can help you go to the next level. Like I can get you farther than you can ever get yourself because I've done this for much longer. It's just an idea. I don't know. They're going to do what they're going to do. And the idea of it is you said that Winston's character, Ernie Hudson, looks like a politician-like character, right?
Yeah, he doesn't look like, because Ernie Hudson was just a normal guy. I mean, I guess he became president in between that time, but I doubt it.
He became something. He's doing something right now, but secretly he has been scouting for like the next thing and waiting for something to happen. Yet again, this might be completely wrong. It's one of those things where it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting if they do, because for me, I wanted this to be a soft sequel. I wanted this to be.
I wanted that too.
I
remember we did a podcast saying,
yeah.
I didn't want this to be a reboot. I wanted Ghostbusters 3. I would have just taken Dan Aykroyd training a new team. If anything, I wouldn't have mind a girl on the team, or two girls and two guys, or whatever, you know. And Dan Aykroyd trains the new team, and even Ernie Hudson could be in it. Yeah, Bill Murray doesn't want to do it.
I think it should have been 3 girls and 1 guy.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, he's like the token guy now. You would have the token girl. He's the token guy. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that would have been better.
What if Chris Hemsworth ends up being a gay Ghostbuster token guy on the team? Like, 'cause when I see him walking, I already say, you must be playing like a gay guy or something. I know that was on purpose.
He might be. Like, that certainly wouldn't be shocking.
And I don't mean that in like a disrespectful way or anything. No, I'm just saying that's what I see him walking feminine, you know?
And absolutely I can certainly understand where you're coming from there. But I mean and I've always been on the thing that if they did do that idea, I'd have always wanted it to be Winston, because I think the idea of taking the character who was never an original member, who was like literally an outsider, and making him kind of be the one who's now ahead of everything, kind of makes things go, kind of shows you how things have evolved, and kind of shows you how he went from being a nobody until being like the most important member of the team. In a way.
That would be a cool twist.
Because in the movie...
You could be right, though. That could be it. Like, he's like the Nick Fury of the unit. That would be fucking cool, but I don't know. And
I'm not saying he's the Nick Fury because he's black. I'm saying he's Nick Fury because I can see his character being that character. I can see his character being like, I've been scouting you guys. Would you like to be an official Ghostbusters? And that would be a really, really, really funny scene if they call themselves Ghostbusters and somebody comes up to them and says, do you realize that's trademarked?
Yeah, that's copyright infringement. Like, what if that's the movie, and, like, what if one of the representatives who own the movie are like, that's copyrighted?
Yeah, I mean, they could do this several different ways, but I kind of lean towards this is a soft reboot. They just don't want us to know that.
I hope so. I really hope so, but I'm almost certain.
And what I mean by soft reboot is I mean, look at Jurassic World, where Jurassic World is a sequel, but if you've never seen it, you could see that as your first film. You don't need to know anything about Jurassic Park to understand Jurassic World. Nothing in that movie required. None of the characters are there.
It doesn't say Jurassic Park 4, so yeah.
Is Dark Inception still here?
I'm here.
So what do you think about all this? Like, I don't even think you gave your thoughts on the trailer.
Well, to begin with, I'm not even a huge Ghostbusters guy. Like, I moderately like it, but I'm not crazy about it. So I'm going into this very just sort of neutral. Like, it could be good or it could suck. I don't know. I don't really have. I'm not really partial to any particular side, but I mean, I personally, from I've seen Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and I hope that this is an extension off of that. That would be, I kind of like the concept of there's already an established Ghostbusters kind of franchise or corporation or whatever, but these girls are doing it on their own accord, and they're kind of shitty at doing it, but they get the job done.
Yeah,
and that
that
gets
would
them
be
attention.
cool.
And that
That
gets
would
them
be
attention. Yeah.
I was
So-
gonna make a point just now, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, This is what I was gonna say. Let me say this real quick before I forget. I think it's messed up that the people who are hating on the like I don't like the trailer, but the people who are freaking going after the director, the actors, and like harassing these people on Twitter are fucking
Death
idiots.
threats.
Like you're going too far. Like I don't like Melissa McCarthy. I don't think she's funny. I don't find her funny at all. But I don't consider it an attack. I just consider that my opinion. But if you're gonna go to the person, Paul Feig or whatever's Facebook, call him an asshole and all this crazy shit, then you're nuts. Because
Yeah.
it's just a movie.
We have another comment, and it basically is just outlining that Captain Marvel comes out 2 months before Infinity War Part 2. I thought it was 2020, but it is but it is 2019, the same year. So probably we'll have some tie-in to it, but we'll have to wait and see what they do. Thank you, Drake and G, for that. But we've talked. Any last thoughts?
I guess we could go back.
Yeah, actually, I do have one last thought to say.
What?
People need to chill out. This Spider-Man, I've been saying.
Yeah.
Wait, what were you saying, Eli?
I've been seeing memes of people comparing it to the Japanese, the live-action thing.
I could see that. It does look similar.
It looks similar. It's just, come on now.
I don't mind that suit though or anything.
It looks
Like I don't think it looks shitty or anything.
It looks very Ditko and very Ramita, which were the artists. Ditko's the first. He was from the 60s, and then Ramita picked up from the mid to late 60s into the 70s, and it looks very much like their style.
I don't know if I said that already, but it really does. That concept art was real.
Yeah, oh yeah, you said that.
Even the logo is exactly the same, how it's little on the chest and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, Edgar, what do you think about all this? Because you didn't even get to say anything.
Well, I was doing shit with my family and my dog. So, for me, I think the costume looks beautiful. I think, personally, people need to chill out and shut the fuck up and wait for the goddamn movie. And the whole part with the whole Ghostbusters thing, I think, personally, I didn't like the trailer. I think it was nothing more than a joke. And I think, personally, I'm just going to give this movie a chance. It sucks. It sucks. I hope that the original cast has something. But, yeah.
It's just it's sad when Harold Ramis can't even see his creation, him and Dan Aykroyd, that it's still alive and well. Rest in peace, but I don't know, maybe he would be turning over in his grave or be like, yay, I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how it goes.
But yeah, anything else? I mean, if there's anything else we haven't covered, let me just say this. Batman v Superman is going to be awesome. I already saw the movie. I already know it's awesome. Ben Affleck was a great choice. I already know he's a great choice. Gal Gadot was awesome. Jesse Eisenberg. He could have been a little bit better, but he was good. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. I mean, this is going to be a crazy year for movies in general. I mean, all the superhero movies, then you have, really good video game movies coming out. You have friggin' other films besides superhero movies. All these other independent films we don't even know about yet. So this is going to be the best friggin' year for film in general.
And Daredevil and all that.
Oh yeah, Daredevil's coming back on soon.
I think in like a week, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a week from today.
It's like, I think we're spoiled now.
It's a shame that people need to take all of this good news and good stuff we're getting and just turn it into arguments and whatever.
I'm
Shame.
really sick and tired of people bitching and complaining. Like, look, I don't like how the new Ghostbusters trailer looks, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna shit on everything there is. I know people who just shit on everything because they just don't like anything. They probably don't even like themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, I
But,
know that's really harsh, but when you literally can't even have fun with anything and you're just bitching about every goddamn thing known to man, it's just, I don't even take you seriously. Like, just shut up, because you just ruin it for everybody. Because, yeah, Ghostbusters doesn't look good, but everything else looks freaking amazing. I mean, even Turtles looks really good. I think that looks better than Ghostbusters. Like, Turtles is probably going to be... It could be another piece of shit, but that trailer isn't just trying to, go after the new crowd of dubstep and all that weird crap. They're trying to friggin', get to the fans of the original and the new fans. Because the old trailers didn't seem like they were trying to get us. They were getting a new audience. They're getting, the hardcore fans that were there since the beginning and the new fans. So that's why I think it looks good. And Krang and friggin' Casey Jones. I mean, yeah, fuck Megan Fox, but I mean, I didn't even hate her that much in the first movie. Like, I think she was one of the positives. And I was like, what?
I
Megan
think she
Fox?
was. I think she was one of the. Yeah, I agree with you. She was one of the best parts of that film.
And I was like, what? Megan Fox? And she was probably the one salvageable, whatever. You know what I mean? One of the good things in that movie. Yeah, salvageable good things in that movie. And, she might not even be in this movie that much. And we're going to see Dimension X and the Technodrome and all this. Like, this is the fans' Turtle movie that we've been waiting for. Like, I'm glad it got a sequel. Because even though I didn't like the first one, the first reboot, a sequel could have been way better. And it shows. Because this looks really good. I think it looks like a good movie. The first one didn't really. But this looks good. They even look better. The turtles look better.
Yeah.
Like they don't look like giant Shreks running around anymore.
Though I will say this, there is one thing I am kind of scratching my head. Why they reveal themselves? I always feel like they should go in the shadows. Nobody knows about them, and just that really bothers me if the public knows about them.
Yeah, but they knew about them in the old movie too. After a while, when they reveal themselves once they come out and save April or whatever in any source material. From what I know, that's when the world knows who they are. Even in the '90s show, I mean, yeah, they kept secret, but there was ramblings that they existed. Like, yes, civilians and stuff don't really get to see them that much, but there's whispers that they exist in the other stuff too. Like, they know that they exist. It's just they never really get to see them. But yeah, the new Ghostbusters looks good. I mean, not good. I keep confusing Ghostbusters and Turtles. Turtles looks good. Ghostbusters so far looks like shit, but the movie could be good. And Civil War is going to probably be the best movie this year.
And next time we do one of these podcasts, it might actually be after seeing Batman v Superman, so...
Yeah.
We'll see.
That's going to be a big fucking movie right there.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was surprising how good Deadpool was. That too, I don't think we got a chance to talk about yet.
No, we haven't.
Like, how much money it made too is even more insane.
Firstly, it was like a dream come true. I loved it, every minute of it, and honestly, I think it was one of the
I mean,
best
we forgot Deadpool just came out, and that was a great start of the year. Like, that was like, it started the year off with a bang. Like, that was fucking amazing. Deadpool was really good.
You even said it would start off the year with a bang.
Yeah. So there you go. Are you going to listen to me yet? I'm a fortune teller.
Goku's gonna leave the call if you keep it up.
Well, if I leave the call, it ends.
Oh, Eli.
Yes.
Did you read the new no, actually, you didn't read the new Spider-Man comics.
I'll read them tomorrow.
I want to know your thoughts on it.
I'll tell you about them tomorrow.
which is messed up. Mark didn't even really like Deadpool that much. I was surprised.
Okay, I have one last thing. Well, I had one major problem with the movie. Without that problem, it probably would have been an 8 or a 9. But that problem to me
I'm
is...
sorry, your argument is invalid. When Deadpool is shooting through freaking wounds in his arm, your argument is invalid.
Okay.
They changed the origin. It's just how it is.
I'm only joking, but I'm just saying.
But
When he's shooting through his ass, you know what I mean?
But Brown made a comment. Also, before you guys leave, can you tell me where you can find you guys? I can't find anything on John. Currently, you don't have a channel, right, John?
Yeah, I'm not really on YouTube right now. But
Okay,
when I
he doesn't
am,
have
you'll
a
be
channel.
when I am, you'll be the first to know.
But the other 2 people, tell them where you can find you.
Dark Inception.
Yeah.
And is that your channel name?
That is my channel name, Dark Inception. And I will actually be doing a video at some point either later tonight or tomorrow going into further detail about Spider-Man, just pulling what comic references I took note of, etc., etc. So if you're interested in that, check it out.
And if you're interested of me reviewing comic books, Spider-Man, Iron Man, etc., etc., you come in.
Yeah, but I'll just say this real quick. The reason why I'm not on YouTube is because I'm sick of trolls and stalkers.
Okay. You don't have to say. You didn't have
But
to
for the
say
people
that.
who want an explanation, as someone here who knows me,
Okay.
that likes me, I want to give them an explanation. It's
That's fine.
because trolls and stalkers. Enough said.
Okay. So this was Goku for Some 1. This was us talking about it. So yeah. I'll see you next time, YouTube.
Remember, Dark Inception.
Yeah, Dark Inception, like Dark for Dark Knight and Inception for Inception. But even though that's not his definitive versions.
Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Yep, the Inception movie is not the definitive version of Inception.
Nolan really has a thing for in his movies. The word in. Insomnia, Inception, Interstellar. It's like, what the fuck? What's the next movie gonna be called? Like Inspection or something?
But you all have a great day.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Later.